I've been paying pretty close attention to the Wisconsin Supreme Court race, as some of you know. Over the past few days, I've genuinely tried as best I can to look at this race without considering political affiliations of donors or endorsements, anything like that. And I still can't see a good reason why anybody in Wisconsin should vote for Brad Schimmel. And I mean, ideologically, in terms of politics, for all I know, him and I could agree on a lot of things. But here's the deal, is that his corruption and other controversies that he has alone are enough to say that he's just not a good faith type of character to be in the Supreme Court in Wisconsin. I mean, like, I'd be nervous about this guy managing a fucking Dairy Queen. He's that bad. Let's go over some of these issues, shall we? Previously, as an attorney general in the state, he apparently let rape kits, thousands of them, go untested for years in his term. He did get apparently most of them done by the end of his term, but there's just, from what I can see, there was no good reason for them to sit there in the first place as long as they did, and that they only started getting processed after he was pressured to do so. He also copped a plea deal with a guy who was caught with thousands of files of CP because that guy's lawyer donated to his campaign. Seriously, how corrupt is that? In a recent press conference, he referenced a time where he interrogated some information out of his daughter when she was an 8-year-old, and he referenced it as psychologically beating the daylights out of his daughter. Isn't that sweet? What a dad. And now he has just become a blatant Trump sycophant. Back on March 12th, he was quoted as to say that he would be apolitical in his role on the Supreme Court in Wisconsin. And then 3 days later, he was attending a MAGA-centric rally. Like, what the fuck? It's just crazy to think that people who want to be judges are so capable of blatant corruption. By comparison, Susan Crawford has shown a willingness to treat all persons equally under the law. She has admitted to making rulings that weren't right by Wisconsins and has vowed that she will always try to do better and be responsible in her role as a judge. And she has very few to, if any, controversies on her record. She's just squeaky clean compared to Brad Schimmel. There's an obvious adult in the room, one who follows the law and demonstrates a loyalty to the people, not to Donald Trump. To maintain rule of law, and to make sure we don't give Donald Trump another MAGA judge to exploit whenever he deems fit, vote for Susan Crawford on April 1st. Anybody who's in Wisconsin, please vote for Susan Crawford, April 1st. Elect Susan Crawford so that you can tell Donald Trump where to shove his illegal, unconstitutional executive orders, and you can also tell Elon Musk where to shove his money. Show them who we are, Wisconsin.